think I'll do the jokes.
Okay. So, Lowell Darling is a conceptual artist. He lives in California. He actually grew up in Southern Illinois, where I went to school. I have a background on him. He was born in '42 in Jacksonville. He attended SIU in '61. He left SIU to join the Coast Guard, but then he returned, so he's kind of sporadic in his attendance at SIU. But in '66 he went to U of I, and then he went back to SIU, and he graduated in '70. His first pieces that he made that he exhibited was in Canada. After his undergrad, he made these ceramic sculptures that he would exhibit, and the person that owned the gallery said that you have to sell your pieces, you have to put a price tag on them. He didn't want to, he just wanted to show them. So he, in spite of that, he put a $10 price tag on his sculptures, and he would put it in a garbage can. And then he would place his sculptures along paths and in parks to see if people would pick them up. And he, as a result, the IRS would not consider him as an artist in the trade or in the business of sculpturing, since he did not sell anything. And Darling reacted by vowing not to make, show, or sell any art until they would declare him as an artist, regardless of income. Then he organized an unfired clay exhibition in Canada, Illinois, and it was his first exhibition that he organized himself. He vowed not to make any art, so he unfired the clay, and he wouldn't sell anything. And then 20th Century Ceramics actually cited the show, but not Lowell Darling. And then after he graduated, he would begin to do another conceptual work where he would start nailing cities to the ground. He would take giant nails, and he would go to each four corners of the city, and he would put giant nails into the ground. He said that he began nailing cities to the earth so that they wouldn't fly off the surface due to excess weight of overpopulation coupled with the centrifugal force of the planet's rotation. He then would write letters to the city and the mayor telling them that he did them a huge favor and he was doing it pro bono. So from then on, he would start doing pro bono works for cities in spite of the IRS. And then in 1970, there was Kent State shootings in Ohio. There was protesters that were shot and killed, and SIU, I guess, had a big, and after he graduated, he moved to Europe, and SIU sent him his bachelor's and his master's all in one through the mail, and that gave him the idea to start his Bat City School of Fine Art, where he would start sending degrees to people he knew and back to the school, MFAs, and so he returned his degree back to SIU, and he doctored it up and put Bat City School of Fine Art on it, and they have it in their collection now. He would hold congratulations where he would graduate people for just coming, and then he would hand out these MFAs. So it pretty much went out so that many people have these. He would do performances, and then he would do this on college campuses, and he would end up bringing kegs into the lecture halls and holding big parties for these graduates. And over 5 years, he graduated 50,000 people. And then after that, he started to take on a political career, part of his conceptual art. And he would start acupuncturing cities, where he would take giant needles pro bono for the cities, and he would write the city officials and the mayors, and he would tell them that he was doing them a huge favor. And while living in California, he claims that he cured the drought by acupuncturing the ground. And then in 1978, he decided to run for governor and against Jerry Brown of California. And in 78, he did a huge campaign, and he had campaign promises. He would hire people to be themselves for $30,000 a year. He would declare Wednesdays as a holiday, surgically install a camera in his forehead to put honesty back into politics. And he ended up receiving 67,000 votes, which was 2% of the statewide vote. And then after that, he pretty much fell off the face of the art world, and he moved to Europe, and he didn't really do much art. And then he came back in 2010, and he ran for governor again, and he ended up running against the same opponent, Jerry Brown. And this time he said that he had a serious goal, not to be as playful as he was before, that he wanted to draw attention to the 2/3 vote needed to pass a bill. He wanted to return it to a democratic simple majority rule. And he also did some silly things where he would propose to franchise the office of governor as a reality television show broadcasting 24/7. And he just wanted to bring attention, like important ideas to him, to the public, so he was pretty much drawing the line between public and art. And his campaign was not as successful as his 78 campaign, but he plans on staying in the running until 2012. That's pretty much it. So I would like to congratulate all of you, and you all will receive an MFA from the Fat City School of Fine Science.